Grizzly Gaz is an avid outdoorsman from the UK who records his solo camping and wilderness explorations around the island. Sometimes he takes his viewers to sites tied to local lore, historical events, and mysteries. And sometimes he just documents his overnight backpacking trips with his French bulldog. This encounter was meant to be one of the latter. He had a new tarp shelter and a sleeping bag he was going to review. That was supposed to be it. An uneventful overnight camping trip in the peaceful woods of Yorkshire. That is, until things took an unexpected turn after nightfall. In a rush to set up camp before the dark of evening settles in, our adventurous YouTuber Gaz packs up his gear, his food, and his dog, and sets off into the woods. There's still enough light left above the horizon to find an isolated spot to make camp deep in the woods. He's hoping to find a good, lonely place, a decent way away from any other potential campers.
It's about 7:45 at night, so I need to get to camp because I need to do a bit of fire prep. Anyway, let's get to camp, shall we? Let's stop blabbering on.
As Gaz makes his way to a good spot, he stumbles upon remnants from other campers. A burned-up mattress with blackened springs is the center of the so-called campsite. Whoever had been there last left their trash, toilet roll, and tools behind without any care to clean up.
Oh, look at this. Looks like some knobbers have been here. Left a right fucking mess. Look at the state of it. Fucking burnt mattresses and that. Looks like this isn't a decent spot for me to camp anymore. But they've been fucking sawing trees down and that. What the fuck? Honestly, people just don't have any respect at all.
Gaz finds a discarded handsaw at the site. The tool does not appear to be damaged in any way, so it's unclear why it was left behind. Were the occupants here cutting down trees? There are no signs of a bushcraft shelter in the area, and most experienced campers know that campfires require dry wood. Those looking for fire kindling in the woods are scouting deadfall and broken branches, not cutting green wood. It doesn't make sense, but there's no one around to make light of the situation. The campsite has long been abandoned, and Gaz is distraught at the disrespect of those who left all their garbage and gear strewn across a quiet nature spot. As light is fading fast, Gaz decides to clear the campsite and set up.
I'm going to clear all that crap up, sort fire pit out, find me grill, set tent up. I need to try and get a fire going now as well, and it's been pissing it down. But first, let's have a beer, shall we? Got these off next door neighbour.
After finishing his beer and waiting for the rain to stop, Gaz decided to light the fire. And that's when the first unsettling events of the night began.
Alright, let's see if we can get this going, shall we? Let's fuck that off. Get some of this oak at the bottom. I'm not going to have a massive fire tonight because I just want to cook my food. What the fuck was that? I'm just trying to use what them idiots have.
Loud bangs, like twigs snapping, could be heard. Gaz didn't seem too bothered and continued building his fire. But when he lay down in his hammock, the sounds grew closer and more frequent, as if someone was approaching.
fuck is that?
Trying to brush off his unease, Gaz decided to cook some steak and chicken for dinner, and it seemed it helped. Gaz is expecting a quiet night with the slow crackle of the campfire and the scent of the recent rainfall in the air. But unfortunately for our brave YouTuber, he's not the only one in the woods tonight. Whatever it is, it's not making any attempt to quiet its approach. Gaz stops talking to the camera and looks around the site but doesn't see anything. There's a fair amount of wildlife in the area, so he isn't too concerned. Yet. Gaz and Fendi turn in for the night, still thinking about the new shelter and sleeping bag he'll be reviewing at the end of the trip, blissfully unaware of what is about to unfold.
Aegis Max UL sleeping bag, but I'll probably do that in the morning. If not, it'll be another video, so subscribe for that, will you? Anyway, we're gonna chill out now, and I'll see you in the morning.
As Gaz signs off with his viewers, not even 2 hours later, Gaz is jarred awake by the sound of someone or something encroaching on his campsite. He quiets his dog inside the tent and listens, trying to discern what's going on outside. There's definitely something walking, but he can't tell if it has 2 legs or 4.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Come on, someone's fucking with us. Someone's got to be fucking with us, haven't they?
He waits for a moment inside the tent. Seconds feel like minutes. Aside from the creature walking around the site, there are strange noises echoing through the trees. At first, it sounds like chirping, maybe crows or ravens, but the sound slowly deepens and becomes something completely unrecognizable. Gaz puts his boots and his headlamp on and goes outside to investigate.
I know it's someone fucking with me. Got a big dog here. And a nice knife with your name on it. What the fuck?
Thinking maybe it was those campers that left all the garbage behind. He shouts out into the woods, hoping to scare off anything that might be looking for a confrontation.
Oh, this fucking wind's picked up now. Can't hear anything. Fuck, is it just wind or what? Am I paranoid?
Gaz keeps on searching, but can't find the source of the noise. Whatever it is, it's keeping itself hidden in the shadows. He knows full well it's still out there, but there's not much he can do if he can't see what it is. In fact, it might be more dangerous to be standing alone out in the open. So, he retreats back into his hammock.
I think my mind's playing tricks on me. I kept hearing twigs breaking or branches breaking. You alright, mate? It's alright, chill out. And I heard it sounded like a pig, but we ain't got any pigs over here. In England, well, not that I know of anyway. It seems to have fucked off now anyway, whatever it were. Fendi, will you just chill out a minute, mate? I'm trying to listen. I know you're not bothered about listening to out. Could have been people just fucking around, couldn't it? Try to scare me and that. Well, they succeeded for a bit.
As Gaz lay in his hammock, he strained to listen, trying to determine if the sounds were still nearby. Luckily for him, it seemed they had calmed down a bit.
Right. See if I can get my head down.
Gaz decided to try once again, hoping he could get some sleep for the night, but sleep continued to elude him. As Gaz called out, footsteps could be heard retreating, as if someone was walking away. It became clear that whoever was out there was a person, and they were deliberately messing with him. But why? Who would do such a thing? Questions raced through Gaz's mind, unsettling him even more. Whoever it was clearly wasn't in their right mind, which made the situation even more terrifying. Staying put felt dangerous, but he didn't see another option. Walking through the bushes with that creep possibly watching him didn't seem like a good plan either.
Someone just fucking about. It's gotta be. It sounds like they've fucked off now.
Trying to brush off his unease, he decided to lie down, listening carefully to the sounds around him, waiting for dawn to break. Luckily for him, it finally did.
Well, good morning. If you can say good morning. I'm going to go out and have a look outside now and see if there's any damage around to the hammock. Well, everything looks untouched. I'm going to get out and check everything.
As Gaz checked his belongings, to his surprise, everything was still there, untouched. Relieved, he decided to pack up and leave the forest and its eerie occurrences behind. As he made his way out, Gaz felt grateful to escape unharmed, but the questions lingered. Who was that person, and why were they in the woods? Gaz had set up his tent in a remote area that required a challenging hike and significant effort to reach. It wasn't a place anyone would stumble upon by accident. Unfortunately for him, these questions remain unanswered. But one thing is certain: he won't be going back anytime soon. If you found these encounters unsettling already, then brace yourself for what you're about to see next. This eerie video is captured by Jonathan, a YouTuber you might recognize from his channel, Happy Hippie Wild Living. Jonathan is known for his always cheerful approach, rarely showing fear. He has a deep love for nature and outdoor living, and for over 2 years, he has captivated his viewers with content ranging from camping experiences to exploring old places and much more. But in this particular video, things took an unexpected and terrifying turn. It all happened on January 3rd, 2024, when Jonathan set out on yet another wilderness exploration, all alone. As he usually does, Jonathan prefers to sleep in different spots each night. And today, his final destination was a small hut deep in the wilderness. Little did he know, this seemingly quaint cabin hid something sinister within its walls.
Hello there, welcome to day 435 of me living out in nature. And it's the new year, so I thought I'd do a nice long video instead of the little short minute ones I've been doing recently. Today, I'm going to go find a bovie around this area somewhere. It'll be the 3rd time I've stayed in a bovie. I've never had any guests, so 3rd time's a charm.
As Jonathan logs in with his viewers, sharing his plan for the day, everything seems calm and ordinary. Despite the rainy and cold winter weather, Jonathan's enthusiasm shined through. He trekked through the quiet bushland, embracing the solitude of his adventure.
The bovie I'm going to is called the White Lagan, I believe, and it's by Loch D. And I've got a bit of wood with me, just in case there's no dry stuff there, so I can have a fire with ease. Not seen a single person on this hike yet, but that's how most of my days go in the winter. I like that I get to do this in the winter mostly, and then the summer job, I'm just at one place, so I miss all the crowds when I'm out in nature. There's my home in the distance. Let me zoom in. It's got the nice Scottish flag on it. Let's go see what it looks like. I've had people say I'm brave and ballsy for living this lifestyle, but there's nothing brave about it when it's doing something you love, so I don't agree with that. I do agree with doing things you're passionate about in life. You only live once. Life goes by pretty fucking quick, so get out there and do what you love.
The moment Jonathan spotted the small house, a warm smile spread across his face. He walked toward it, unaware of the darkness that awaited him inside.
Well, I have made it to my home for the night and it looks beautiful. Oh nice, bunk beds. Alright, sweet.
After checking the home, Jonathan saw no one inside, which likely meant he would be spending the night alone. He unpacked his gear, set up his sleeping space, and began to settle in, until he noticed a family walking by.
Looks like more people are coming, but they've drove it. I didn't even know you could drive on this road. And I just had that family come in and they said they'd just been to a different bobby nearby and they were just searching around for another one. So they're just going to have a little walk somewhere and they said, I might have guests tonight, so we'll see how it goes.
Jonathan spoke with the family briefly. They weren't sure if they'd be staying the night in the little house too, but they left the possibility open. As night slowly fell, Jonathan decided to head inside, prepare dinner, and set up camp.
I've set up my bed for the night. I'm gonna get the fire on when it gets darker. There's normally loads of candles around, but they've all been burnt out. Finish off the haggis, and of course, putting in my favourite, cayenne pepper. And as always, top it off with a little mustard. And there we have dinner fit for a little hippie. Simple and delicious.
Everything seemed peaceful and normal. He even managed to make it cozy with a fire before heading to bed. But then, the first strange occurrences began.
This will probably be me for most of the night now. I just get my music on, enjoy this beautiful fire, and then get back outside tomorrow in my hammock. I got one of them water filter straws, and it comes with 2 little bags as well, so you can attach the straw to that. But I've not got to use... Maybe this is the guests? There was no one there. I don't know if that's just the people fuck with me or something. I don't know if that's something they do. But I don't think it would be that family. If it was just a dad and his daughter and son.
Strange sounds echoed from outside, as if someone was playing with him. Each time he checked, no one was there. Confused, Jonathan tried to brush it off, but the unsettling noises continued, pushing his nerves to the edge.
It was just knocking on the door again, and then I went out, but there was no one there, so I don't know what's going on, but I've not heard of any haunted bobbies or anything. I've never had weird shit. For fuck's sake. Just wanted a nice little bobby night. If you've watched all my videos before, you know I don't do shit like this. Fun night.
Now unnerved, Jonathan made his way to his bed, eyes wide open, scanning the shadows. An eerie feeling crept over him, as if someone was watching him through the windows. But when he looked outside, there was no sign of life.
I'm here walking around in the room, and then I go in there, and it just stops. Maybe I just put my music on really loud and forget about it. Cameraman never dies, right? So it's been about an hour and a half since I last made a video, and I've just been doing what I said. I've had my music on loud, I've listened to Blink, some drum and bass, some reggae, and I'm doing what I came here to do, and that's have a good fucking night. So I'm enjoying my time by this fire, and have an amazing day tomorrow, back out in nature where I belong, so peace and love.
Trying to calm himself, Jonathan logged off with his viewers. He put on some music, and the atmosphere seemed to settle. He decided to go to sleep, and luckily for him, the rest of the night remained quiet.
Morning, had a bit of an experience last night, not really sure what was going on. Thought it was just people knocking the door and running away that were camping nearby, but it didn't seem like that when I went outside. Couldn't really explain what was happening next door with the noises, but I'm not really a believer in ghosts myself. It was a bit creepy, but I'm more of an alien guy. But if you are into ghosts and all that paranormal stuff, these are not the videos for you, because this is not what I do, this is not what I'm about. I'm just a happy hippie, hiking, living in nature, loving the world. I never have anything like this happen to me, so hopefully it's just a one-off and everything goes back to normal now. So we'll see you on the next hike.
In the morning, Jonathan recounted the strange events from the previous night. While he managed to brush it off, the mystery lingered. He didn't believe it was a ghost, but after checking the area, he found no evidence that anyone had been outside. So, who or what was making those noises? The true source of the unsettling sounds remains unclear, leaving the mystery unsolved. Jonathan continued his nature adventures, though he vowed never to return to that particular hut. His experience serves as a reminder that in the depths of the wilderness, you might not be as alone as you think. But what if it's not the unseen you encounter, but something far more terrifying? Let's see how it unfolds in the next video. Maeve and her boyfriend, Brian, had recently settled into their new home in Gainestown, USA, an idyllic spot on the fringes of a dense forest. The couple had longed for a tranquil life closer to nature, and their new house seemed like the perfect retreat. Their first evening in the home was spent unpacking and toasting to a new beginning in serene surroundings. That night, they fell asleep to the soft, comforting whispers of the forest. However, their peace was shattered in the early hours when a harrowing scream pierced the night air. Startled from sleep, Maeve and Brian lay in the dark, hearts racing. The sound was distant, yet clear enough to be unmistakable. A high-pitched scream that seemed to emanate from deep within the woods. Tentatively, they approached the window to investigate, the chilly night air brushing against their faces as they listened intently. But the forest returned to its eerie silence. The next day, the couple scoured the internet for any plausible explanations, wondering if perhaps a fox or an owl could be responsible. However, their search turned up no satisfying answers. As the days passed, the mysterious screams continued to disrupt the night at irregular intervals. Concerned and curious, Brian proposed recording the nocturnal disturbances. Equipping themselves with Maeve's phone, they managed to capture the unsettling sounds on video. Eager for insights, they uploaded the clip to TikTok. The response was overwhelming. The comments section buzzed with speculations. Some viewers suggested it was a screech owl, known for its eerie calls, while others argued it might be the scream of a fox. But as more locals chimed in, a sense of unease grew. The phenomenon wasn't isolated. Many nearby residents reported similar experiences. Despite the flood of theories, the source of the screams remained elusive. What do you think? Was it a wild animal, a spirit, or something far more terrifying? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.